It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Pittsburgh Pirates, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because these guys have already got the building blocks in place. And you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot.
Just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Paul Skeens.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that, and that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more.
There's a swing and a drive. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Man at second. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-1 now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. One out and a runner at second here on opening day. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Reynolds trying to get there. Hauls it in for the out. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. And now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Back here at PNC Park. And on the hill, the big righty, Corbin Burns. And he comes in off a really nice season on the hill, Chris.
An ERA in the low 2s last year. So consistent, so dependable. Talk about a skipper who's got guy like that that's going to go out there and not just keep them in the ball game, but really give them an opportunity to win a ball game, even if it's a low-scoring day for the offense. That's who he was last season, and if he's even close to that this year, I think they'll be really happy with his performance.
McCarthy makes the grab, one down. Here's the Pirates lineup now. And Chris, a great matchup in this one. An ace caliber arm in the hill against a deep lineup.
You said it, Boog, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. The kind of talent they'll be facing, these hitters have a tough task ahead of them. Should be really fun to watch, though.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get the out. Here is Aaron Judge. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Back-to-back singles. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And that is out of play. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. And it's caught for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Marte. They get the force, and that is the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Back here in Pittsburgh, all set for the start of the inning. This is Corbin Carroll. That pitch gets the corner. 0-1. Fouled off left side. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
This one in the air. Yepes. That's out number 2.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Right through there. For a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
2 down, nobody on. Popped up. Griffin. brings it in, and that is that. And the Diamondbacks down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now Yainer Diaz. In the air out to center. McCarthy on the move. Makes the grab on the run. One down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Drive. On a line out towards center. McCarthy makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And 1-2. And we're back. Christian Robinson now. Fastball for a strike. Robinson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 26 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike 3. That's 101 from Steams.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
So up next, Jake McCarthy doubled his first time up. And that one fouled off. Foul ball. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one handled. Fires over to first. And Arizona is set down 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head back here at PNC Park. And here's the first baseman, Juan Yepez. Burns back to work. Line to left. Gurriel handles the chance. And there's one away. Here's O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, right side. Off balance throw in time. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Now the number 2 hitter, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. McCarthy makes the catch. That is the inning. On to the fourth. Still back here in Pittsburgh as we go to the top of the fourth. And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. That's in for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Next offering is downstairs.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit. And hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
This to third, Hayes. They get the out on Marte.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Corbin Carroll digs in now.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul ball still 0-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here on opening day. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability.
And that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. And it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Del Castillo stands in now and watches strike 1. That one hit to right. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom 4, stepping in the long ball threat, Aaron Judge. Line drive, base hit, and aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Here's Stanton now. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Gurriel pulls it in on the run.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Brian Reynolds here. And a base hit on the line. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
He was all over that one. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
Yainer Diaz, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. In the air, left side. Gurriel handles the chance. And there are 2 down. Tag out at third, and that's a double play. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings.
Exciting play and a great throw to third.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Pulls it in for the out. So now the DH spot, Christian Robinson. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
One really cool moment I remember at PNC Park is the 2006 Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the fly. Really awesome to watch.
2 down, bases empty. Now the third baseman,
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level. Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Fly ball center field. Cruz corrals it, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. Down the line, and it's foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Hard hit, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
No outs, runner at first. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Line drive, that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boo. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Carroll hustling after it. Makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. And now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 2 in this one. Marte handles, throws to first, and that is the 3rd out. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Jake McCarthy. Skeens back to work. That one at triple digits. McCarthy measures 6 feet 2 inches. 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. The 0-2. On the ground to third. Hayes to first. 1 up, 1 down. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Schemes, winds and deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in. And there's two away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Check swing, called strike. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and Guerrero is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Pirates nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Line drive, base hit. Off to a good. Good start with a leadoff dive.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. That line drive isn't going to light up StatCast or anything like the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Rip, but it curls foul. Tying run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, out, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds. 1 for 2. On the ground, right side. Marte throws to first in time. And that is that. Pirates leave 1. They trail here. Top of inning number 7. Here's Ketel Marte. That one missed. Marte with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Clips the corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the #1 and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too, and I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
One down, base is empty. Ripped to third and caught.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game. Just unlucky at a really unfortunate time right there.
Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Just missed.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offering is fouled back. Ground ball right side. Yepes takes it himself, and Arizona is set down 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Pirates nothing. Back here at PNC Park, digging in, Yainer Diaz. Into left for a base hit, and the tying run is on with a leadoff single. And the batter will be the shortstop. Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
So the tying run in scoring position now. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Drops into the glove. 2 down. And now the Pirates leadoff man, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. Out to short, Perdomo. They take the force out. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Pirates nothing. Back here in Pittsburgh, here's Gurriel. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Ground ball up the middle. The throw to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Christian Robinson now at the plate. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Around second now as they still don't have it. In there safely.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In comes some insurance as the runner scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Now here is Jake McCarthy. Strike 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That's to third. Hayes. safe at first as they can't make the play. Next to hit for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo.